What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? So welcome to On the Beach Repeat, the series that you put on in the background whilst you do some hobbying, painting, building, whatever it is you do, and you want someone droning on in the background, doing some hobby together. You know, we get stuff done, stuff we need doing. I've got to get these Zombicide models painted. I'm so behind on them, it's untrue. I was hoping to have them all built, all painted, by now. And I'm getting there. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 17 to do from the core box set, plus the 4 abominations. But we got other stuff to do as well. Got the classic Warhammer Fantasy skeletons, which I'd like to have a go at sometime. Maybe I'll interject it in here. Who knows? My bench is a mess. What's new there? But because it's been a while since I did any painting, so I might not know where things are, and you know, I've got a different bulb in here now. I've got some stuff to talk about though. Carnival week is upon us here in Seaton. And yeah, you know the drill. Get your glues, brushes, paints, models, whatever it is you need ready. Get yourself sorted in your workspace. Get your tea, coffee, whatever. And we're going to do about an hour of hobby time. Around about that. I mean, I've wasted 2 minutes here now. Yabbering on. But let's get to the bench. Okay, see my glasses there. Let's pop them on top of my head. I'm going to be utilising my old microphone today because I had a very successful test run today. Yesterday outside. When I say successful test run, what I mean is outside by the seafront where it's at its noisiest. You know, the noise, the acoustics there are very, very noisy. I went to a classic car show, which is on the Esplanade in Seaton. Very, very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, let me get set up before we get going here and talk about that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the shoes of these like security guard things first. Just get some black on them. Actually, what other blacks have I got? I'll just do a matte black, I think. Just a bog standard matte black. And I'm going to do it on my dirty palette, which I'm actually looking forward to cleaning. Forward to cleaning. I'm looking forward to cleaning. But it's still usable. It's still usable. So I'm reluctant to do that. I want to talk about a few things. Got a few things going on here. But the main thing really is the classic car show that I went to yesterday, which was the 26th of August. So it marks really the start of. Let's just move this camera up a bit. It marks really the start of Carnival week in Seaton, and I am a bit stupidly excited about it, to be truthful, because I've got 3 days to work next week, which I'm not looking forward to because I've got to ram in a load of work in 3 days. It's going to be very, very stressful for me. It's going to be very stressful for me because it is a lot of work, and you know, I hope I'm up to the task. It's got to be done by the following Wednesday. But I'm on holiday then, you see. So that's going to be stressful. But the week after that, I'm on holiday, baby. On holiday. And yeah, I am planning on filming the carnival. I am. Just to break it up, do some brown on his belt. Not black on all of them, do I? Some brown. Yeah, so iron oxide. So I'm just looking for a suitable brown. This will do. Go for brown. It's just to do a belt, so nothing amazingly difficult or outstanding. It's just a belt. But I do want to water it down, etc. Right, so yeah, so the carnival week. It's been a long time, my friends, since I went to the carnival in Seaton, and I've said on quite a few videos actually, I don't even care if it rains. I just don't. If it does, it does. But it's not going to stop me, and I'm going to film it because I filmed the classic car show. I did that, and I got a nice lot of pictures for it. And yeah, very very chuffed with how that came out actually. Classic car show. That was good. I'll just get his shoes done here. Do that up. Once they're done, I can get the astrogranite debris on for the base. Right, so they can dry now. So those three can dry. I'm bringing in the next 4 zombies, aren't I? Well, I'm going to go with Gilliman flesh for the flesh. I don't think there's anything wrong with using Gilliman flesh for the zombie flesh tones, to be truthful. I think it works alright. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I've just put this awful brown back. I've utilised it now. This contrast wildwood I'm out of. Can't remember if I ordered myself another one or not. I just can't. Whether I want to. I mean, I tried them. Okay. Alright, so where was I anyway? Classic car show. Let's start with that then. Okay, so it was good. It was better than good actually. I haven't been to a car show, classic or custom, in many a year since I was a youngster. I always used to enjoy them. And although it had what I consider to be classic cars there, like Austin Healey's and Austin Sevens and all this kind of stuff, Wolseley's and you name it, Triumphs. It also had cars in there from bygone days, but things like Cortina Mark IIs and Mark II Escorts, things that I wouldn't have considered classic cars. Certainly not when I was a kid, anyway. Now they're considered classics. And my brother-in-law, he's no longer with us. Sadly, he passed away. He was always into cars, he used to have a Mark II Cortina, and he used to take me and my sister to a lot of custom car shows and things like that. I think he'd have been pleased to see that his car, or his old car, is sort of now deemed as a classic. Yeah, I think he'd have liked that. Yeah, I think so. Even my brother had one, a Cortina, Mark II Cortina 1600E he had, and my brother-in-law had a Mark II Cortina 1600 GT. Yeah, he'd have liked that. So I started off. I'll be honest. I wasn't sure how the microphone was going to, how well. I knew it was going to be okay. Certainly, obviously better than the camcorder microphone, the internal built-in one. That's obviously, it's obviously going to be better than that. But was the wind? How bad was the wind going to affect it all? And I was very pleasantly surprised, actually. I was like, it's pretty cool. I thought, when I watched it back, I thought, do you know what? That sounds pretty good. It's been a while since I've used that microphone, so I'm using it now for on the beach. On the beach, it's late at night and the window is shut, so it's not like a conventional on the beach because you can't hear any seagulls and whatnot. But I just wanted to do another on the beach because I'm talking about the place and about being on the front. And at the end of the video, I even went up onto the front briefly just to show you all what it was like. Been down there today as well. Actually, there was a. I'm just gonna have some coffee a minute. Today there was a street market, like with stalls and things. So that was good. Always good to have a wander through that. Oh, nice cup of coffee. Mrs. Mini Warzone has had to travel down to Plymouth today, sadly. So, another night on my own. I don't like it when she does that. I have to do that. It's for work, you see. She's got to be on site tomorrow for work, and it's too much really to drive down and back in a day. Yeah, it's a bit much. It's a very tiring journey. It's not. It's not that long of a journey, but it is a tiring journey. You've got to concentrate very hard. It's not only have you got the motorways to come up, but go down and back on. You've got the country lanes, and you're really hitting the countryside. And especially when you get to the AOMB, which it's like an invisible barrier, but not so invisible because it's very, very noticeable. It's quite a stark difference. Just feels different. Hard to explain, but it does feel very, very different. Right, okay. Right. So, I'm going to look in my browns, see if I have a speed paint brown. I've got a hardened leather one, which I'm gonna try on some of the pants or the trousers of these zombies here. I'm just gonna tidy up the nozzle on the bottle there. Right, hardened leather. Right, so let's get back. This really only to see what this looks like more than anything. Well, leather on him. And I want to do the leather, this coat as a hold. See a place I've missed with the Gilliman flesh, so I'll have to rectify that in a minute as well. I don't know how, cause some of the contrast paints I find, although they're very fun and quick, etc., you know, they do wreck your brushes. I think they do, more so than conventional paints. It's just my opinion. But they are quicker. Very quick. Well, I don't know though how the speed paints hold up. I haven't used them enough. I haven't used them as much as I have contrast paints to give you a fair answer on that one. No, I'm gonna do 2 leather coats, I think. I can hear some seagulls now. One thing my wife did say when she was down in Plymouth last time, she said she missed the sound of the seagulls. Well, I can relate to that because I would miss it. I spoke to her tonight though on the Teams chat because she's going down for work. Obviously, she's had to take her work's laptop with her, and so she just logged on, and so did I. So we just chatted on Teams for a bit. She asked me actually. She said, "Is it weird being in the house on your own there?" I said, "Yep, very weird. You have no idea." It is incredibly weird. Right, so I need the old. What do I do with it? The Gilliman flesh. There it is. Just the back of their necks. Yeah, these brushes on, or just about had it. I could do a yellow coat. Don't know. I don't think that would go down too well. I could do a grey coat though. But, I think I'll be ready to do the old astrogranite debris in a minute. Well, that's the old one there. I need the new one. The new one you can actually shake. It's quite runny. It's cool. It's better. Right, so I'm going back to these 3 I started with. And I'm going to do their base. Haven't done any musical practice this weekend, just haven't been able to. Try and get some done next week if I can. Bad. Not trying to win awards here. The light is not the best of a night time to paint, I'll be honest. Straight up with you, it isn't. No matter how bright of a light you use, it just isn't. But that's okay. You know, just paint. Should paint in daylight anyway, you know. Really. That's 2. So I enjoyed the custom. I keep saying custom. It's classic car show. I enjoyed the classic car show. Enjoyed it a lot. I hope it'll be the first of many for me here. Because I do enjoy this. I'm hoping. Anyway, I conducted a successful test with the filming that has tested my microphone. I know that it works really well. As a condenser microphone, it is superb for doing documentary type footage like that. Absolutely brilliant. I wonder if I could do some on these. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. Yeah, so that means carnival. And this is the thing, how I'm going to film it, I don't know yet. Because if it's, I should. See, I want to film on my camcorder, capture the sound, because I know there'll be a lot of cool vibes. But there'll probably be music as well, so I won't be able to film that. So, I mean, I can film it, obviously, but I'll have to mute the sound, the audio file of that. Mute the audio and just do, I don't know, voiceover or music or of my own or whatever. That's the only thing that concerns me. Also I saw some majorettes today. I saw them at the Seaton Festival back along. They were quite good. Where they had a band up at the Clifffield Gardens. Well, they had several bands. It was a mini festival. Well, that's exactly what it was. And it was really, really, really good. And the majorettes were good, so I really think it's time for some more coffee. Right, we're doing 26 minutes in. Right, it's an on the beach episode, so, on the beach, I've got to do stuff. I've got to get these buggers painted, basically. I feel the pressure. Still, can't do an awful lot until certain ones are dried. This one-man band chappie, he looks fun. Very fun. I'm going to do some Nuln Oil on his bass. It's just stuff that he's doing, bits and pieces. Those annoying stages. You put Nuln Oil on something like a bass, and you got to wait 40 minutes for it to dry, Sometimes a lot longer if you want to do stuff like dry brush over the top of it. Still not complaining. I'm going to put some Nuln Oil on now, speaking of Nuln Oil. Put some on his bass, which I did. Because I did his Astro Granite weeks ago. So that's well dry by now. There, and that's done. That's that done. That's him done for today. Oh. I've got to work out hair on these women. Well, for everybody actually. The hair. What am I going to do? I don't know. Well, I think matte black might go well on this one. So she's got black hair, which is good. I saw a video today by Gorilla Miniature Games. You all know him. He's saying about the state of his channel and his studio. I didn't realise he was struggling. He's been sort of struggling, since the pandemic, which I thought was a great shame. Out of all of us, I thought he was the most successful, really. In terms of starting a YouTube channel and growing it, and that I thought he did really, really well. So if the likes of him are struggling, doesn't bode well for the rest of us, does it? So, right. Put my matte black away. Black Legion, no. Apothecary White, no. Maybe it's a grey. Silicanum grey, of course it's a grey. Duh. I can't have the grey dress having grey hair though, can I? That just doesn't make sense. She can have brown hair. This one can have grey hair. Right, so that's that. Whilst I've got Basilicanum grey out. Well, that's kind of okay, I suppose. I might do a sort of a pink. A sort of a pink top, because I don't think there is a pink contrast, but Screamer pink. Pink horror. Could I make one? I could try. Technical contrast medium. Right, 3 blobs of that. And then we'll do a blob of pink horror. See what happens. Some layer paint. We need some more contrast medium. A bit more of that. No. I don't think it's going to work that well, but we'll try it. A character brush here. Yeah, it's just like a very thin pink. Well, that's okay. I kind of did expect to make a contrast paint with it, with those proportions, but so be it. I'll put a wash over the top of it as well. That'll sort it out. Alright, so she's got a... She can have a pink top on though, couldn't she? This one. All I've got to do is the hair. Hair's in rollers, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, they can have a yellow shirt. Time are we at? Better check. 37 minutes. Okay, cool. Everything's cool. Right. Back to contrast. Nasdrag yellow. A very good colour for Imperial Fists, I hate. Okay. So filming the carnival. Super. Looking forward to it. But how is it going to turn out? I just don't know. I really don't. Either way, I'm going to have a good time though. I'm going to have a really good time. Well, my skeletons got me. Got me. So blue for some of the they could be on jeans, couldn't they? It could be. Could be. Wasted jeans. Okay. Wasted jeans. See what you got. Wasted jeans effect does work quite well. It's not an effect, it's a paint. I used to use it on Zombicide first edition miniatures quite a bit. Here we are. Way. Haha! Doing well. Doing well. That's good. And yeah, I'll do. Oh, I might as well do wasted jeans on this one as well. Wow, this is going on rather well. Going on rather well. Going on rather well indeed. Just do that in a moment. Okay. I think we'll have bright pink. Screamer pink. Got any opened Screamer pink? Yes. Wasted jeans back in the pot. Let's put my yellows back. Need to get stuff off of the bench. That's what we need to do. Okay, footwear. Footwear. Leather pants and slippers, eh? Leather trousers and slippers. Very chic knot. Two of those on. Alright, the question is, what? Rhinoxide. Yeah, perfect. The dampness of the... Alright. Looking good so far. Time are we at? 46 minutes. Kind of aware I let these fall short quite a lot of the time. So say about an hour of painting and I end up being like half an hour sometimes. The last one I did was about half an hour. That's because of editing as well, though. I do, and it's also down to my lack of organisation. So let's put the Rhinoxide back. Let's have a look at white. Have I got a matte white? Yeah. Got a matte white. This might be a good place to tackle the skeletons. There's 5 of them. How I would have... I'm just going to try and think how I would have done this old school. It's what I would have done for... say Space Hulk. Hero Quest. Okay. Now it doesn't matter at this stage where else I go over. Awesome. That's exactly how I would have done it. Just a bit of dry brush, you know. White, because that's all I would have had. I wouldn't have had bone colour of any description or any bone washes. I just wouldn't have had it. This is interesting, actually. I had no clue what dry brushing even was back then. Didn't even know. I just thought to myself, you know, if I go lightly, I don't think I got most of the paint off the thing either, off the brush. I just thought to myself, you know, if I go lightly, it will show the black in the recesses, and that will look better. And that's honestly how I tackled it. Yeah. That's 2 skeletons. These skeletons, although they've got helmets on, I can go with that at a later date. So I probably would have still just done plain silver. And even though I didn't have ink, I did on occasion water down black sometimes to or brown, just to muddy up a miniature. It's interesting actually, these, because Hero Quest, the skeletons were a lot like these. It never occurred to me when I was back then, like when Hero Quest came out, it never occurred to me that I could use the miniatures in other games, like role playing and that. That just never occurred to me. Which, you know, of course you can, but I've come a long way, I think. I like to think. Yeah, it's just a plain white. Like I say, didn't have bone. Skeletons were white, so that's how they were painted, you know. But I'm going to use these bad boys for role playing. I don't think they look out of place at all. I think it's very nostalgic. I like it. Yeah, there's something very retro about using white on a black primer. I like them. And that, my friends, is where I'm going to leave it today. So glasses off, let's zoom out, let's come back to me. And here we are, back to me, and I think I'm going to have to just pop this dry brush, get some soap on it, wash it out. Yeah. There we go. Next time I'll have Next time I'll have a brand new piece of kitchen towel. I will treat myself. Well, that brings me to the end of the session. On the beach with Pete. Yeah. So I got zombies done. I got quite a bit done on the zombies. I didn't clear any off the bench, sadly, but you know, maybe next time I can get some off the bench. That will be good. A lot of the time is taken up with deciding what colours to go on, what like hair. I always struggle with hair. What colours to use for hair? Things like boots and shoes, you know, black, brown, whatever. You just not really that big of a deal, is it? But hair, so many different shades, and zombie hair as well. I mean, you know, what do you do? I don't know, but those Warhammer Fantasy skeletons, I've really enjoyed doing that. Some simple dry brushing of pure matte white. I wouldn't have had matte white back in the day, but you know, my miniatures do what I want. I just want them to look a bit duller. And yeah, looking at them, I'm super chuffed with them. They don't look like much now, but when I've done the other bits and bobs on them, the spears and the helmets and the shields, I think they're going to be really good. I'm looking forward to doing that. I might do a grassy underfoot on them. I'm not sure yet. Or do I stick with the general, you know, rocky astrogranite job doodad? I don't know. But anyway, that's for another time. But I think that was the most enjoyable part of it, just doing that simple dry brush. Well, who'd have thought? Anyway, guys, I hope you got stuff done too. Let me know what you're working on. As I say, this is the start of Carnival Week. Which means there's things going on every day and evening, usually here in Seaton. I can't document it all, of course, because I've got work and I'm tired in the evenings as well. But Carnival Day, I'm going to be filming it. Yes. Hopefully get lots of pictures. I'll do my absolute best. Take my other camera, my camera, and yeah, we'll see what we can see. But thanks for joining me on this episode. Remember, all brushes lead toward. Do all the stuff up there, and if you're watching this and I haven't recorded it yet, do drop me a question for B&Q. See ya. Bye for now.